Okay, so we learned some differences: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of expressions. Okay, and we also learned about some of the formula that I told you to memorize, so that will be helpful in the exam. Now we are going to revisit those formulas, the I would say the important formulas from the algebraic expression that you can use to solve some bigger expressions. Okay, so the goal of today's lecture is to solve how to solve the bigger expressions using those formulas. You remember these things? X plus y squared, and that was like x squared plus y squared plus 2xy, and then we had x minus y squared, which was x squared plus y squared minus 2xy, and we proved that, like, it's just simply multiplication of xy with xy, and here multiplication of x minus y with itself. So basically, if you do this and do this, you will get this value. And the third one was x square minus y square was x plus y times x minus y. So I told you to remember these three formulas because it will be very helpful to solve some of the bigger expressions. Okay, and it's same as here, x. This is just a multiplication of x plus y with x minus y. And if you do this, you will find these expressions are correct. So we are not going into the steps to multiply these three. You have to just remember these three formulas. Okay, so some of the questions, like one of the questions that you saw in the exam was this one. So first solve this question and then we'll go to another question, because this is very easy one and you did not solve because at the time you did not remember the formula. That's the reason you did not solve. So the question is saying here, if x is square root of 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of 1, okay, then what is the value of x power 4 minus 2 root 2 is equal to what? Okay, so see what's happening here. X, now here you can x power 4, what you can write x power 4? X squared, like this square, because we know this formula, x power a power b is same as x power ab. So it doesn't matter how many terms are there, x power a, b, c, d, and you can write it a, b, c, d, and if you have more, you can write more. So x power 4, you should have thought about this one. X power 4, I can write it into x squared minus 2 root 2. So basically, first I have to find x squared. Okay, now if x is given, I can find the x squared. So x squared will be what? This is the square root of this term, the whole term. Okay, 1 plus square root of 1. Now if I take the square, it is just what? 1 plus, and the square root of 1 is what? 1. Square root of 1 is 1. So I can say here, this is 1 plus square root of 2, correct? 1 plus 1 is 2, and this is square. And if I have square root and then square, so you remember this formula, the same formula. So square root means what? If I say a square root, it means a power 1 by 2. Both are same. Sometimes you will find written like this, 2a. Okay, so this means second, like square root of a. This is the multiple way of writing square root of a. So here this is square root, so I can say this is nothing but 1 plus root 2, correct? Because see here, if this is a power 1 by 2 and then square, that will be a power 1 by 2 times 2, which is just a. So basically square root of this term and the square. It means you have to just get rid of square root, correct? You understood why? Because square root means half, power half, and then you multiply by 2. So half times 2 is 1, and it became just the expression. The expression is 1 plus square root of 2. Okay? Now I got the value of x square. So x square is this, and then x square is this. But what I have to find? I have to find x power 4 minus 2 root 2. So you can write this one as x square minus 2 root 2. So x square is what? 1 plus root 2 and then square 2 minus 2 root 2. Okay? So simple. Now see, what is inside the bracket? Can you call it x and y? And do you see this form here? If you call 1 x and square root of 2 is y, then this becomes 1 x plus y whole square. So you can use this formula. So what is that formula says? X square. Now my x is this and my y is this. So I will say 1 square plus square root of 2 square plus 2x is 1 and y is root 2 minus 2 root 2. Okay, 1 square is 1 and square root of 2 square is 2, correct? As I told you, anything here, it means 2 power 1 by 2 times 2, which is 2 power 1, which is 2. If you see square root and the square of that, you will just cancel out the square root. So this is 1 square root of 2 square is 2 and 2 times 1 is 2 times 2 root 2 is same as 2 root 2 and here minus 2 root 2. This one plus this one minus, so you can just cancel out. This will become 0. So 2 root 2, it is nothing but 2 times root 2. And then this is plus sign, this is minus sign, that's why cancel it out. Now 1 plus 2 is 3. So the answer is 3. X power 4 minus 2 root 2 is 3. Now see how did we solve this question? X was given. First I computed x square. Focus here. Okay? For x square, I just removed the square root sign and then I got what? 1 plus root 2. Okay? And then since I have to find x power 4, which is x square, and now I have x square is 1 plus root 2, and then I take the square of this, and I see here sum of two terms. Can I add 1 plus root 2? We can do that. How? We have to solve the square root of 2, which is 1.414 and then continuous series. Okay? The non-stopping series. Okay? So I can do that and plus 1 and then take the square of that. That will be like, long calculation. Even if you have 1.414 plus 1, that will become 2.414 and take the square. It's like, it will take long time. So instead of doing that, what I did, okay, this is in the form of x plus y square. So my x is 1, y is, you can take this one as x, this one is y, whatever you want, it's up to you. It's not the, hard and fast rule that you have to call 1x and square root of 2 as y. No, you can do anything. So I called 1x and root 2 y, and I then found this is the pattern, x plus y whole square. This is the formula. I applied that formula, 1 square root 2 square plus 2 times xy, x is this, y is this, 2 times this, and then this became 1, this became 2, and this became 2 root 2, and I have to subtract 2 root 2 here. So these two terms got cancelled out. I am left with 1 plus 2, which is 3. It's so easy. You have to think like what I have been given and what I have to find, okay, and then you can solve that. So this is, see, it look difficult at first sight. It's so difficult expression, but by applying this, it becomes so simple, and the answer is so simple. No decimal point, nothing. So this is one example. Let's try another few more examples. So this is the thing you have to understand, because I saw several examples where in the exam, several questions where they are using algebraic expression, and you have to use one of these three or two of these three or all of these three to solve those algebraic expression. Okay. So let's take another example here. This is going to be easy one. X plus y is square root of 12 and x minus y, and x plus y is square root of 3, and it's asking x square minus y square is what? It's very simple. Look at the board. So x square minus y square. Don't try to find the value of x and y. Solving, you can see the longer way is you can solve these there are two equations and two variables. So it's easy. If you have two equations, two variables, you can solve the equations and find the values of those two variables. But we don't have to follow that approach here. See this pattern here. X square plus minus y square is what? X plus y times x minus y. I will use that. And x plus y and x minus y is given. So why should I solve for x and y? Why shouldn't I use this? So x plus y is what? Square root of 3, and x minus y square root of 12. And you know, both are in. So this is 3 power 1 by 2, and this is 12 power 1 by 2. And you remember from the exponent class that a power x times b power x, it becomes ab power x. Look at the board here. Do you remember this formula? A power x times b power x. It means you can multiply these base and apply the exponent to the multiplication. Okay. Similarly here, 3 power half, 12 power half. So I can write 36 power half. Correct. A times b. So square root of 36 power half means square root of 36. 6, correct. So this is so simple. Okay. So when you see this kind of problem, first try to find, okay, is there any pattern that I can use instead of solving for these variables? Because if you solve the variables, you see these square root of 12, square root of 3. Do you want to solve the square root of 12 and square root of 3? No, you don't have enough time in the exam. This question should take, see, this is like you are at the early stage. If you are like, solving these questions for several months, it will take few seconds. Maybe like even 1 second, you can say it's the x or y square, so just square root of 36. So within a second, you can answer this question. You don't take a minute. Okay, now let's go to another example. This was the easy one. But what you saw here, you have to remember the formula that we learned in the exponent class, okay? Without remembering those formulas, you might make mistakes. So let me write down them again. A power x times b power x is ab power x. A power b power c is equal to a power bc. And if you have multiple, you can write that, okay? And a power x plus y is equal to a power x correct? And then a power x minus y is a power x divided by a power y. Okay, so let's take another example here. If AB is not equal to 0, okay, then a power 8 minus b power 8 divided by a power 4 plus b power 4 divided by a square plus b square. Okay. See, now this question. Right now, we will use this term at the end. Right now, we are not using this one. Okay. See what's happening here. You learned x square minus y square, but you don't see anything here. You learned this one, x plus y whole square, x minus whole square. You don't see those things here. But do you think a power 8 can be converted like this? Yes. And similarly, b power 8 can be converted like this. Okay. So, what you can do, let's call this one a power 4 square minus b power 4 square divided by a power 4 plus b power 4 divided by, multiply by a square plus b square, okay? And then here is equal to, now you see, if you call this x, a square as x, a power 4 x and b power 4 x, do you see this x square minus y square? That same formula here. So I will use that. My x is a power 4. So a power 4 plus b power 4, because my y is b. And then a power 4 minus b power 4 divided by a power 4 plus b power 4 times a square plus b square. Okay. And this term is here. This term is cancelled out. Now I am left with a power 4 minus b power 4 divided by a square plus b square. Correct? No problem until here? No. Again, the same problem. I don't have square here. But can we do this? A power 4 is same as like a square square. And b power 4 is b square square. Correct? Using this formula. This one. So now a square I can write, let me write here, minus b square divided by a square plus b square. Okay. Now can I apply this formula? Yes, because I have x square minus b square format. So my x is a square and y is b square. A square minus b square divided by a square plus b square. Both numerator and denominator has the same term. I can cancel it out. Now this became a square minus b square, which is a plus b times a minus b. See, it looked difficult, but at the end, very simple answer. So just one relationship here, x square minus y square. I used that one and I got the answer. Correct? Now see, this is the trick you have to use. If you don't see square, can you convert into square? And this is the formula from the exponent lecture. And you applied this and at the end you have to answer. So you got the idea. If you don't have square, try to see the pattern. Can I convert my given expression in form of square, like in form of these three? If you can do that, you will have very easy time to find the solution, not hard time. Okay. If you cannot find that, if you are struggling there, it will be really difficult to find the solution. Okay. Okay, let's take another example. This is again the similar type of example, but this one will be x power 36 minus y power 36. See, it's a big one, but don't get scared. Okay, x power 18 plus y power 18, because we are going to apply the same magic. X power 9 plus y power 9. Okay, see, and the x times y is not 0. It's given that. Okay. So again, I don't see any of these, but I know this one from the exponent class, that x power 36 is nothing but x power 18 power 2 minus y power 18 power 2, and then x power 18 plus y power 18. I will not change anything in the, because I don't have any formula a square plus b square here. I have only 3. So till now I have to rely on these 3. And x power 9 plus y power 9. Okay. And this one is in the form of a x square minus y square. So I will use that. So my x here, x is x power 18 plus y power 18, and then x power 18 minus y power 18. See, since the formula is in form of x, y, don't get confused. Okay, this is x power 18 is a one term, and y power 18 is another term, and the whole square of that means you are taking this one as one term and you are taking this one as another term. So basically you have in the format of this one. So don't write x and y. The first time it is x 18, y power 18. Okay? But you are learning right now, these things may confuse you, but don't get confused. I'll give you several examples like this, and then that will help you. Okay? Now I have x 18, y 18. Cancel these two guys out here. So now I am left with x 18 minus y 18. Again, I don't have anything in this form, so but I can write x 18 is like this: x power 9 power 2. Similarly, y power 9 power 2 divided by x power 9 plus y power 9. Okay, and that will become again this format. So x power 9 plus y power 9 divided by x power 9 minus y power 9 divided by x power, sorry, multiply here, y power 9. These two terms are same, gone. So x power 9, y power 9. Okay, this is the answer. So did you understand how simple it is? You have to just try to convert into one of these format. Okay, and then it becomes very easy to find the answer. Let's take another example. Yeah, the focus of this class is to solve several examples that will help you to understand. So far, any problem? No? Okay. Now, another question is, if x is not equal to y, okay, then x square, this is very simple one, 2xy plus y square divided by 2x plus y square. This is what I'm asking here. So what is the value of this? Do you see anything here? X square plus 2xy plus y square. What is that? X plus y square. See how simple this problem is. Divided by 2 times x plus y square. Both numerator and denominator have x plus y whole square. I can just cancel it out. So I'm left with 1 by 2. So these kind of things you have. These are the basic examples. You know, in the exam you will have terms based on this one. Okay. The problem, first problem, we solve this one. X is equal to square root of one thing. Okay. So that kind of problem you will have in exam, where things will not look like in this format, but you have to convert that in these formats. I forgot one example, but before that you have to understand the complex number. So I'm not going through that example because one of the solution of that problem is a complex number, and the complex number cannot be the solution. So another solution is real number, another is complex number. So you have to discard the complex number, you have to use only real number solution. So first I have to teach you the complex number, but I'm not going to discuss right now. So now coming back to this topic of interest. So today's topic was like understanding these formula and how to utilize these three formula for solving the bigger expressions. And you saw how easy it is to use these formulas. You have to just find the pattern, analyzing the pattern. Look at the question, try to find the pattern. If not given directly, it must be given indirectly, because these are most critical formula. Okay, and you might try to indirect expression into direct format, like so that it will be in these thing in one of these three formats. Okay, that will be your task when solving this problem. Okay. Do we have another example here? Okay, maybe not. I will give you some quiz questions based on this. Okay, so this is the critical for the exam.